Good evening. Phil Lindemann, Crystal, 93 News. This just in, Keystone Resort is opening for ski season in 2 days, Friday morning, with service out of River Run Village. Skiers and riders upload the River Run gondola for turns on Schoolmarm and Silver Spoon, plus a hike to Terrain Park on Spring Dipper. Montezuma Chair is open for lapping, but you will have to download the gondola. Keystone snowmakers got a big boost from this second snowstorm of fall, which brought 4 to 5 inches to Keystone, upwards of 8 inches to Copper. That's already more than expected for Copper. The snow might continue through tonight. This past weekend was the slowest in 5 months on the I-70 Mountain Corridor, thanks to that first big snowstorm of fall. Just under 106,000 cars passed through the tunnels in 3 days, Friday through Sunday. That's down 13.5% from the previous weekend. This week on the State of Summit, after 27 years, the Frisco Barbecue Challenge is getting the axe.
It's just got a weird feel to it.
When people come here and see barbecue, it doesn't show Frisco in our best light.
The advantages? I don't have any advantages.
All 6 council members at last night's meeting agreed to end Frisco's biggest event of summer, saying tens of thousands of visitors do not want this.
I stood in the line for an hour and a half before I could get a couple ribs.
And no one wants this.
Just all that production of meat and the waste and all the garbage and just all that stuff grosses me out.
Besides, they agreed, it does not even fit the Frisco brand.
I think it's different people who come to up here for barbecue than who would come for a ski vacation or for summer hiking, biking. It doesn't seem to me the same clientele.
There was hardly any disagreement from council, with most everyone bringing up the same issues. Council also pointed to the bottom line, citing figures that show Frisco barbecue often costs the town more than it makes. But what can Frisco be doing instead? Communications Director Vanessa Agee recommended this.
Can we bring back a concert on Main Street with a big stage for this one Father's Day weekend?
Talks about a replacement are still in the works. Rest in peace, Frisco Barbecue. Tune in again next week for The State of Summit on Crystal 93. Manslaughter suspect Miles Tovar surrendered to U.S. Marshals this week in Connecticut, telling authorities he knew they were looking for him. Tovar is wanted in the 2019 death of his coworker and roommate, Brendan Rye. He is also accused of felony trespassing and burglary. Tovar has been on the lam for 9 months now, leading U.S. Marshals to 6 states. Summit Sheriff's deputies arrested 5 people for driving under the influence last week in Keystone, Dillon, and Silverthorne. Deputies arrested another man for second-degree burglary and theft, including forced entry, where he caused over $5,000 in damage. You ever drive down the road and wonder, who owns that building? We're going to tell you. The owner of the Mountain Axe building on Main Street Breck is an LLC registered to Baruch Noam in Denver. Summit Assessor shows the LLC owns 8 properties worth a combined $6.5 million, including a gelato shop in Frisco and 3 condos. The owners of Mountain Axe are butting heads with their landlord, saying rent will soon be 80% more than it is today, and that property alone is worth $2.4 million. Closing day at Mountain Axe is this Friday. In sports, the Nuggets play the Lakers tonight at 8 on ESPN. And in local sports, brought to you by Red Mountain Autos at their new location on Airport Road, all Summit High sports are off today. They'll be back tomorrow for JV football, back on Friday with varsity football and soccer. Phil Lindemann, Crystal, 93 News.